At the San Ysidro pedestrian east facility, pedestrian travelers can continue to use the pedestrian west facility at San Ysidro to cross northbound into the U.S. They say that this closure will allow crews to put more port hardening materials in place. After they've been put in place, Border Patrol will resume processing northbound traffic in select lanes. Traffic heading south remains unaffected. In our next hour, Ed Lindemann will hopefully be live there at the border.
Meanwhile, tensions are rising on the Mexican side of the border as hundreds of Tijuana residents are protesting the arrival of thousands of migrants in recent days. Mexican government officials estimate that the number of migrants could soon swell to up to 10,000. City officials in Tijuana opened a gym to house a portion of these migrants. An additional 2,400 migrants have converged in Mexicali, and some are hoping to head for Tijuana today. U.S. border inspectors are only processing about 100 asylum claims per day.
And another group of about 200 migrants has departed from El Salvador. They're heading to the United States, joining other caravans. The Salvadoran government says it continues to call on people to not make these kinds of journeys or put minors at risk. These caravans have been largely organized on social media sites. Other new groups are expected to take off on November 23rd and also on January 2nd.
And now to an update on the California wildfires. There is sad news to update this morning. The death toll in the Camp Fire is now up to 77 after search teams found another set of remains. Meanwhile, the number of people who are unaccounted for or missing at this time has dropped to 1,000. And as of this morning, the Camp Fire has burned 150,000 acres and is still only 65% contained. Today, rainfall could bring relief to firefighters who are working to contain those fire lines, but it could also make it more difficult for crews that are searching for the remains of victims or looking for those 1,000 people who are considered unaccounted for. CAL FIRE predicts the fire won't be fully contained until the end of the month.
Meanwhile, in LA and Ventura counties, residents who have been allowed back into their homes following the Woolsey fire face new concerns this morning. As Lauren just mentioned, rain is predicted in the area today, which could bring possible mudslides. Firefighters originally predicted the fire would be contained by today, but now say the total containment is expected sometime on Thursday. The fire has now burned nearly 97,000 acres and is about 91% contained.
You know, we talk so much about how we need the rain, and we certainly do, but it's like you don't want it right after a fire has
not a lot of rain.
All of that.
That can be catastrophic for Malibu for sure.
Yeah, so Francella, we're hoping we're not going to see the mudslides or the debris flows that we saw last year in Santa Barbara.
Some big changes in our weather.
Let's hope not, but there is going to be a couple of storm systems moving into California, so there's going to be some big changes, dramatic changes, especially for Northern California more so. They're expecting to get more rain than we are. In the meantime, guys, good to see you, by the way.